President Trump warns of Democrat plan to rig the 2020 election. On Monday morning, President Trump tweeted a warning to his supporters the 2020 election could be tainted by the liberal push for vote-by-mail methods. Rigged 2020 election, he wrote, millions of mail-in ballots will be printed by foreign countries and others. Trump added that it will be the scandal of our times. The message follows the effort of nearly every prominent Democrat who has used the coronavirus pandemic as an excuse to push for a massive expansion of mail-in voting. And it's not just President Trump who is concerned. Attorney General Barr also noted that the anonymity issue of the written ballot could compel voters to change their votes due to public pressure. In an interview with Fox News, the AG commented, saying, "There's question about whether or not it even denies a secret ballot, because a lot of states have you signing the outside of an envelope. The person who opens the envelope will know how people voted." A lot more pressure than an in-person vote behind a curtain. A bipartisan electoral reform commission formed in 2005 validates the concerns of both the president and AG Barr, concluding that mail-in voting increases the risk of fraud. The commission report also says that mail-in voting raises concerns about privacy, as citizens voting at home may come under pressure to vote for certain candidates. While Democrats have expressed their complete disgust with the tweets, conservatives are siding with Trump on these concerns. Though Twitter has fact-checked and blocked the president on previous claims that mail-in ballots allow rampant voter fraud, the latest warning currently stands uncensored. Alert: Trump authorizes police action on anyone attempting to destroy statues. On Tuesday morning, President Trump announced on Twitter that he authorized law enforcement officials to arrest anyone attempting to destroy historic statues on federal property. The president's comment comes weeks into the radical leftist attempt to tear down or otherwise vandalize a number of historical sites and statues throughout the country. Though the destruction first started as a targeted effort against Civil War monuments, it has seemingly progressed towards all statues. On Monday night, protesters even went after the likeness of Andrew Jackson, which stands in full view of the White House. That must have been the last straw for President Trump. He sent the tweet just hours after and even suggested he may make use of his action retroactively to go after those who have already toppled statues. This action is taken effective immediately, but may also be used retroactively for the destruction or vandalism already caused, he tweeted. There will be no exceptions. After weeks of total chaos from rioters, conservatives are united in their appreciation for President Trump's call for police action on this matter. Breaking: court rules on the case against Michael Flynn. The liberal case for Russian collusion took another hit on Wednesday afternoon as the federal appeals court ordered a lower court judge to dismiss the felony false statement charge against General Michael Flynn. The former national security advisor, who worked closely with President Trump in the beginning of his administration, had initially pled guilty to the charges during special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into the ties between the Trump campaign and Russia. Many supporters wondered if President Trump would pardon Michael Flynn, but after official documents exposed that the evidence to charge him was less than reliable, Attorney General Barr advised that complete dismissal would be more appropriate. As it turns out, the FBI, under advisement of James Comey and the Obama administration, may have targeted the general with the intention of charging him for anything that could possibly reflect poorly on the Trump administration. The decision to drop the case is a cause for celebration in the conservative community. Many have been awaiting this decision since the day charges were announced. President Trump, who has stood by Flynn throughout the investigation, has already tweeted his congratulations to the general. Black Lives Matter leader: if America doesn't give us what we want, we will burn down this system. On Wednesday, the president of the Greater New York chapter of Black Lives Matter, Hawk Newsome, appeared on Fox News with Martha MacCallum to advance the agenda of his much-talked-about organization. Minutes into the interview, MacCallum questioned Newsome on his intentions, saying, "I watched you talking on a bunch of different interviews today, and you said, 'Burn it down.' You said, 'Burn it down, it's time.' That makes me think you want to burn it down?" Newsome replied cryptically, "I said if this country doesn't give us what we want, then we will burn down the system and replace it, all right? And I could be speaking figuratively, and I could be speaking literally. It's a matter of interpretation." Though Hawk went on to express some very fiery opinions about the violent founding of America, systemic racism, and his own negative views towards police officers, he never once specified a tangible goal for Black Lives Matter. After weeks of protests and riots, Americans are growing tired of the inflammatory rhetoric from these organizations embraced by leftists, and comments like these from the New York chapter BLM president are certainly not winning any new support for the cause.